Okay, I, in this video, am going to rewire your brain so it's fucking impossible to fail on YouTube. And I know this works because I got the plaques behind me to prove it. It's not green screen. Look, I can touch it. I can touch it. I'm gonna get more. It'll be sick, right? I was gonna do like a long mirror board, but I was gonna do a yap session because I think it's more authentic, and I think it's better if I do the yap session. So number one, to rewire your brain for YouTube, it's gonna be counterintuitive. You do not need to be obsessed. If you're obsessed on YouTube, congratulations, you're like everyone else. When I was head of strategy for 1 of 10, and we did hiring for junior strategists and senior strategists, which I oversaw and had some input on, and made some cool hires there. If you had put "I'm obsessed with YouTube" on your application, I threw it away. It's the fucking bare minimum. What you need to be is not obsessed with YouTube. You need to be addicted to YouTube to the point where it consumes your life in an unhealthy manner, right? And hey, listen, if you want to be good, if you want to be great even, right, you can be obsessed with YouTube and you can study the back end and you can like tweak the little knobs and you can do this and you can do that, right? That's cool. But I would rather the guy who's addicted to YouTube to the point where he has no social life, he's miserable and he hates his life. The reason why is because that's what I am, right? I am fundamentally unhappy, right? I know it's a crazy shocker, but in my realm of expertise, I'm the best in the world. I think I'm the best in the world. And if you disagree with me, prove me wrong. When it comes to ideas and thumbnails, there might be some people better than thumbnails, but the gap is closing rapidly. And when it comes to ideas, I'm the best in the world, without a doubt. When it comes to general strategy, I think I'm the best in the world, without a doubt. And the reason why is because I'm addicted to YouTube. I consume more YouTube than anyone else I know, even other strategists. If you got the 10 best strategists on earth in a room, I guarantee I watch more YouTube a day than all of them combined. I watch my videos in 3 times speed. I will watch any video that comes across my feed. I do not care. I click on everything because I'm just interested in a lot of things. And I think that is a big thing that a lot of people aren't like really like experienced with YouTube. They're not addicted to YouTube, right? There's not like I don't know, I don't have hobbies. My hobbies are fucking YouTube. Sometimes I play video games and then I stop playing the video game to go watch YouTube. I wake up, watch YouTube. Go to bed, watch YouTube. Eating food, guess what I'm doing? Watching YouTube. Yeah, I watch YouTube just excessively. And it's the reason why I think I'm so good is because I've gotten so many reps as consumption, as a consumer. I know what I like as a consumer to a degree that most people don't. A lot of people will tell you, study your audience, do this. No, don't fucking study your audience. Studying your audience is good in the aspect of you can figure out what works on a per video basis for your channel. That's great. How do I get more fucking viewers than what I currently have? I'm not looking at what I'm doing on my channel. I'm looking at what everyone else is doing, because what everyone else is doing is more interesting than what I'm doing in my little niche, even if it's a mature niche or if it's not a mature niche. That's what matters. And I think it's like a big differential that like really why I think I'm so much better than a lot of other people in the space, and why I'm just like so good in general at the point now where it's like I can fucking see the future when it comes to YouTube. I'm like, this is gonna pop off, or like, oh, I know that's gonna do really well. Is because I'm so addicted to the actual content on the platform and the platform itself that it is an immutable part of my life where I'm synonymous with YouTube, right? That's all I consume. That's the only thing I do. And because I don't know what I say obsessed, because I'm so addicted with this, I'm just better than everyone else because I get so much exposure to it. So there's that, right? You need to be addicted to YouTube. You don't need to be obsessed. If you're obsessed, that's cool. You'll end up becoming maybe great, but you'll never be the best in the world. You need to be an unhealthy addiction or an unhealthy obsession. You should have an unhealthy obsession, on borderline addiction. I think that's probably fine. In addition to that, I think another thing that's really important for success on YouTube is not repetition in the sense of uploads. If you upload a lot, congrats, like you'll fucking make it. I don't know. Like I get people that like come in my stream all the time to like, hey, what do you think a good video is? Hey, can you check out my channel? And it's a good channel. It's just a good channel. You should upload more. They're doing everything fundamentally right. I have no critiques, right? Probably not super helpful for most people, but repetition in the sense that you need to be constantly consuming and constantly innovating based off your consumption. And I think most people don't do this. So even if you're addicted to YouTube and you consume a fuck ton, you have to have the wherewithal to not get consumed in your consumption, in the sense that you don't consume for the sake of consuming. I will consume for the sake of consuming, but then I can look back because I don't have brain worms from short form where I'm like, oh, I watched this. I like this. Oh, this was cool. I watched that. Oh, I'll make a note of this in my little Discord over here. I'll do that. I'll do this. Right. Most people just consume and there's like, click, like they just like tongue out, drooling. They have no idea what they're watching. Eyes glazed over, watching short form brain. Right? You don't want that. What you want to do is you want to consume with intention, or at the very least, you don't want to passively consume. You can actively consume in the sense that you can actively make the choices of the content that you want to watch, and then you can like make the decision while watching that content to not watch that content or continue watching that content. If you don't watch that content, and after you've clicked play and you get like through it, and you're like, this is fucking boring, you should make note of that. That's actually like a very important data point for your own content, where it's like you can look at your content with an objective lens outside the retention data and be like, oh, I'm bored at 3 minutes, but everyone's dropping off at 5. How can I fix that here at 3 minutes versus the 5 minutes? And by consuming, I just talked about this in a recent video about luck exposure and surface area for luck, is that if you consume enough content, and this is like the fucking principle on how to rewire your brains, just fucking consume. I'm so bullish on consumption that's unbelievable. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, dude, just make like a video and improve 1% every time and upload 1,000 videos. Fuck that, bro. You don't gotta upload 1,000 videos. Consume 1,000 videos that'll fundamentally change your view on how content is created at a base level, as what's interesting from a psychological standpoint, and what's interesting from like, you know, an emotional standpoint, which is also like psychological, but I'd say it's a little bit different, right? Like 3 words in a thumbnail, that's psychological. Emotional is what those words say, right? There's a difference. And yes, it is psychological. There's like a marriage there. But just consume 1,000 pieces of content and then just take the best parts of the 1,000 pieces of content, and you are 1,000 times ahead of the guy that just uploaded 1,000 fucking videos and improved 1% each time because he's no exposure to anything because he's a soy boy, right? Like, I hate to break, dude. Oh man, dude. A big issue I have with a lot of YouTubers that I work with and YouTubers that come to me for like consultations is that they only view YouTube through the lens of their channel and their niche, which is like so fucking simple-minded. If I gave you a niche, right? Let's just say anime. There's a lot of like sub-niches of anime. If you consumed every sub-niche of anime, imagine how fucking smart you'd be in the context of anime. You'd know what formats are working, what styles of content are working outside the formats. You can understand what hooks are the best. You can understand what anime is doing the best within the niche. You can understand what the actual like viable length of a video is. Do I need to do a 2-hour video essay? No, it's not a movie. No one gives a shit. Yes, they might have cult like followings, but like it's probably not worth it unless you're doing like Attack on Titan, right? So outside of that, I know what works. I can fucking just play. And again, I'll bring up the Pavlover guy, 3rd video in a row. I know, I'm milking it. I'm sorry. Where it's like, because I am a fan of anime and I consume it outside of YouTube, but then I also consume a ton of YouTube content in the video essay space. I know what video essays are working in other niches because I'm addicted to content. I'm fundamentally addicted. I have a problem. Because of that, I know what works and what doesn't work, right? So if you are in the same fucking position as me, and if like, let's just say we wind back the clock, 2016, I had like fucking no idea what I'm doing. I've been like kind of uploading on YouTube since 2012, making COD montages, but like nothing's really doing anything for me. Like I just go back and I just fucking consume a ton of content, and then I just make a piece of content that is like the best parts of each of those, right? Like if you just do that, you can stop watching this video and you will be ahead of literally everyone else in like 30 days because no one does it at an intentional level, okay? But you want to take a step further, right? Guess what? Another great way to rewire your brain for fucking making content and making videos is this, right? It's gonna sound crazy, counterintuitive, right? You want to give your best ideas away to your friends. Why? Like, why the fuck would you do that? That's fucking retarded. It'll make sense when I explain it. You need to find people that have the same level of addiction as you. Or obsession. If you do obsession, I'm not gonna fault you, but you'll never be as good as me, right? I'm keeping it a buck with you. Like I fucking run laps around the people that are obsessed. They just don't give a shit. But find a like-minded group of community and run your best ideas past these guys that have different exposure, right? Because what you can do is you can multiply your surface area. We were talking about surface area and a few videos ago. Guess what? Concept's back. You should fucking stay tuned. If you haven't, go watch that video. It'll make sense. If you are one person, you can only watch a certain amount of content. I watch 90 long-form videos a day. I wish I could watch fucking 10,000, to be honest with you. But because I don't have the ability to do that, and I'm just not interested in certain niches, I'm not interested in certain clients over 35, guess what? They don't really like me because I speak fast and I'm autistic and I actually give a shit about views at a way they don't. They're just like, oh, but I made money off the back end. And I'm like, yeah, but you could have also had like, you know, fucking 10 times the amount of views if you just listened to me. But you didn't listen to me because you got your ego in the way. That's a side point. That's a client thing. But when it comes to the luck surface area, you need to be exposed to multiple different niches. Most people are not going to do that. It's a hard thing to do. Listen, I don't like women's makeup content. I'm not going to use it. But I know who Jeffree Star is. I've watched a lot of Jeffree Star videos. I've watched the fucking James Charles palette review videos from a dozen different YouTubers. Why? Because they were good thumbnails and they were interesting. I want to see how they structured the video because I kind of got hooked into one because it was a good emotional hook. And then I'm like, ooh, shit. And now like there's drama and I know about the drama and the tea around that. And then I'm like, ooh, Jeffree Star's a bad person. Not good. And I know James Charles ended up in a Minecraft server. So like, because I know that, I shouldn't know that, but I consume the content I did. And likely you're not going to find many people that are like as fucked in the head as I am. With that being said, you can find people that have similar interests or, you know, similar age group that have like, they want to make it on YouTube, whatever, fucking make a mastermind. I made a video about this. Okay. I made a video about this. I'm like, find a group of people, make a Discord, and then get those ideas together because you on your own are over-indexing how smart you are. I can promise you that because every single fucking day I wake up, I'm like, I am the fucking smartest guy on earth. I'm a genius. I'm untouchable. In reality, I am basically borderline retarded. I can't spell very well. I'm not good at math, but I'm good at human psychology and views. And because of that, I surround myself with people that are smarter than I am in those contexts to fill those gaps because they have the surface area to get the exposure to the things that actually matter. The reason why I say that is because I would pull up the Wi-Fi Money Mafia. So the best people in the world there, and we're just bouncing ideas back and forth off each other all the time. We might not explicitly be doing that. It might be like, I send an idea. 2 weeks later, someone else sends an idea. I will take a title. 2 weeks later, someone else will make a title. And the reason why I say that is it's incredibly useful. And actually, I'm gonna show a little bit of a fucking example. I'm gonna show an example. I am gonna show an example. And this will be a good example. It'll be a great example. It'll be one of the best examples of all time. As to why I'm doing this. It all makes sense. It'll all add up. But basically, number one, you gotta be addicted. You cannot be obsessed. You can be obsessed, it's okay, but you need to be addicted to the point where it's actually bad. It's bad for you. It is fundamentally bad for you. It's the only way you can win. I truly believe that. Outside of that, you need to find a group of people that are also as sick and deranged as you are, so you can multiply your time and energy. If you just try to watch all the content on YouTube yourself, it's not going to work. If you got 50 other guys that are also all about it to a degree which is very, very unhealthy, and their entire happiness depends on getting a 1 out of 10, guess what? You are so much more likely to succeed. And the reason I know that is because we're going to go over here to the Loom. Hey, check out, this is Species AI. This video is 7.7 million views. Okay, that's a crazy video. This video is not my idea. This video is not my thumbnail. But do you know what this video is? It's my title. And you know where I got this fucking title from? I got this title because I was working with a stock YouTuber for 3 months named Felix and Friends, I think. Yeah, this guy right here. I worked with this guy for 3 months, I don't know, fucking like 2 years ago. Okay? And I made an observation. He was doing like these thumbnails where it's like statement : he had like an It's Begins one. I don't know if I can find it. It's fucking God, dude, who knows where it could be. But basically he did a few videos where it was like It Begins : and then whatever the news in the market was. Okay, it was whatever the news in the market was. And I was like, wow, that does really well. And anytime he's done an It Begins like video, or anytime like actually any like trader has done like an It Begins video, and we'll see if it works. Because now like we've kind of cooked it. Anytime anyone's like It Begins videos, which I'm not finding them anymore, they're kind of fucking cooked. Related to the stock market, which is like basically like it like plays on fear and like time. I'm not gonna get into the psychology of it because that doesn't matter. What matters, I'm trying to rewire your brain to understand how fucking YouTube works, not on a fundamental level, but like from a level in which like I need you to get addicted to it. Is this right here? So like basically like I just knew it would always work anytime it was in the stock market. So I was like, I just like threw it away to like the Species guy because we worked with the Species guy like a bajillion years ago, and now I still kind of work with him on and off. Like this video here, I was like, hey, you should try this. Like, shit, maybe this could cook, maybe it could not cook. And then he was like, yeah, you know what? I'll try it. You know, it might cook, it might not cook. We'll see. And I am going to show you what I mean, again, because I know what I am talking about. I just need to go find his thing right here. And I need to go bada bing, bada boom. I can show this. It's probably fine. Yeah, like I was like, yeah, this video is like viral. Like, yeah, so basically a guy in the Wi-Fi Money Mafia, my group of elite autistic addicted YouTube guys. This guy found this video, he posted in there. I'm like, that's crazy. And then, oh, you recommended this time a year ago, so I saw it, haha. So like, I know what I'm talking about because I'm addicted to YouTube and I see the fucking patterns. And because I see the patterns, I'm on the platform all the time. It's like a reoccurring cycle. So this is like a disjointed thing, but here's like the fucking 3 things you need to do. If you take fucking anything away from this video, take this away. You cannot be obsessed. You need to be addicted. You need to have an actual issue. If your video does bad, you should feel bad. I'm not saying you should do that, but if you do have a negative emotional response, that is a good thing. I am so far detached from that at this point, I no longer get a negative emotional response. I only get that if my competition does better than me and I know who they are. And that makes me angry because I'm the best in the world. So I have an inferiority complex. So I need to get that fixed. By the way, inferiority complex plus autism, dangerous that's a dangerous combination to be. There's just fucking a dog. You need that. You need to also not only be addicted, but consume with content. Most people don't consume with intent, not content. I'm fucking stupid. With intent. The reason why is because they are short form brain. Basically, this is like kind of like a cheat code to life. Fucking delete YouTube Shorts if it's a standalone app. I don't know. Maybe I fucking go on Shorts on my phone, so I wouldn't know. Then from there, get this. Delete TikTok, delete Instagram. Short form is fucking bad. It cooks your attention span. It also cooks the way in which you actually interact with content at a fundamental level because it removes the choice. On YouTube, you have the choice to choose. Well, I go to my homepage here. I don't know if it's gonna fucking work because I have like a bunch of extensions, but I go to my homepage here. right? I have to make a conscious decision to choose any of these videos, and which I might choose a bunch of them at the same time. Who knows? I might feel a little bit crazy. With that being said, short form doesn't do that. So it doesn't actively put you in an active mode of consumption. What it does, it puts you in a passive mode of consumption so you can just have your tongue out and drool all over yourself. So remove short form content and actively consume. Make mental note or physical note, like get a fucking sticky note and some paper and write down, oh, I clicked on this because of this thumbnail. Okay, and then you can like do like first principles. Why did I click on that? Okay, well, it stood out. I know this guy. Okay, why do I know this guy? Okay, so build a personal brand. Okay, but what other element of the thumbnail did I click on? Right? So you can take that. So active consumption, we're like participating in the game of consuming as you're addicted to it. And then number 3, another great way to rewire your brain for success, surround yourself with people who don't really fuck with you or agree with you. Okay, they can fuck with you. I like to think my friends fuck with me. I hope so. If they don't, that's depressing. But surround yourself with people who want better for you, right? And this, I've tried a few times. I've tried this in Rainbow Six Siege scene, where like everyone started getting cutthroat because like people like that were like 16 and 17 were making $10,000 to $50,000 a month. And guess what? They don't play nice, and that's happening. But now that I'm older and I have friends that are older, guess what? All my friends want me to make a shit ton of more money. I want my friends to make a shit ton of more money. So I will go and I'll be like, hey, this is fucking ass. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. I would do this differently. Here's what I would do. You can take my advice or leave it. And guess what? I do that sometimes too. I have my friends roast me, and sometimes I'm like, man, that's fucking useless. I'm not doing that. And sometimes I'm like, oh, that's actually, that guy's pretty smart. I should probably do that. And because fundamentally they just want to see me succeed. But they also have much more interesting and diverse skill sets, even within YouTube. Some of them are the best thumbnail guys. I know. Like, I think I'm pretty good at thumbnails. I guess I'm not the best in the world at it, but gap is closing. But like Toby Lejeune, Marcus Lejeune, and Loki Jude, I think are better than me at thumbnails. Or so I've been told, but I would disagree. I'm getting close. When it comes to that, I can look at those guys for inspiration. I can ask them about stuff, and they ask me about content. Like, for example, I do off the dome looms. This is going to be the worst off the dome loom I ever do in my entire life. But they ask me because I'm like, oh, I'm pretty good at it with the other videos. When I can like string coherent thoughts together and I can like move it along, and I'm getting better. I'm getting back into it. But they asked me about that. And if you do that with the right group of friends, let's say you got some guys in the anime niche, some guys in the gaming niche, some guys in like cinematic vlog niche, and you guys come together, at the fucking sum of your parts is like just better. The whole is better than the sum of the parts. Does that make sense? Am I using that term right? I don't fucking know, but I used it earlier, so fuck it. But yeah, like basically you need to be actively consuming. You need to be addicted and not obsessed. That's a fucking key differentiation. If you're not addicted, you could probably win, but if you're addicted, you will go so much farther than the guy who's obsessed. The guy who's obsessed has an end goal in mind. The guy who's addicted needs to do it at a fundamental level to experience any level of happiness and joy. Active consumption, my short form content is incredibly good for conditioning your brain to come up with good ideas and find the best elements of videos that you fuck with or don't fuck with, which is equally as valuable, if not more. And then a group and tribe of community that actively wants to see you succeed and you actively want to see them succeed. So you guys share resources with no ego. I just opened up the Wi-Fi Money Mafia to its yearly applicants. We added 5 new guys. Fucking first guy in there's like, hey, here's my fucking 19-step SOP. What needs to be removed? People are in there. This fucking sucks. This is ass. This is really good. Don't do this. Why do you do this? So yeah, it's like pretty important that you do that. Actually, it's actually one of the most important things because you get so much more value for the amount of time you have because it's multiplicable. If I have 2 guys in there, guess what? These 2 guys can watch totally different things than I watch. So like now I have like all these like degrees of separation that are like really interesting. And if I watch 100 videos, this guy watches 100 videos and that guy watches 100 videos, I've just fundamentally watched 300 videos because those guys will tell me the best parts of the videos they watch. I will tell them the best parts of the videos I watch. And now it's multiplicative. I keep trying to explain that. And like I could sell that. I could sell access to my fucking community for like $1,000 a month, and people would pay for it because the best people in the world there that are like just giving away shit for free. I'm not gonna do that because it's retarded, and I want to keep it private. I want to keep that shit good. I want that shit just for me. But maybe one day I will make a paid community that is just purely the cross pollination of like really elite level talent. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. This is how you rewire your brain. Just do those fucking 3 things. Just do those 3 things. If you just do those fucking 3 things, oh my God. Like, dude, it'd be so easy to succeed. Like, most people fail because I think they're retarded. Actually, I know they're retarded because they don't do any of these 3 things. Like, even if you're obsessed, you don't have to be addicted. But even if you're obsessed and you just fucking actively and consciously consume content in a way that's beneficial, and then you share everything you learn with a group of people that also share everything they learn. You just do those 2 things, not even following any of the fucking frameworks I talk about, or you can like distill or like any of that shit. Like, how the fuck would you fail? That seems insane to me. Imagine if you were a fucking investment banker and you got into a room with 10 other investment bankers and you guys are all talking about stock picks and trades and what's working and what's not working, what's undervalued, what's valued. Like, dude, you think you're gonna fucking walk out of that room broke in 6 months? No, you'd be retarded. You'd be literally retarded. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I just mentioned that because I think it was like pretty like useful information. I also had a friend DM me like, hey, you should talk about this thing here. I think it'd be kind of interesting because you talked to me about it on a call today and you were fucking talking for me for an hour and a half and I didn't get a single word in and you're a bad friend and a bad communicator. I'm working on that. Sorry, Dylan. But regardless, I think it's a good concept. I also need to upload more. I committed to uploading 3 videos tonight, and it's the 3rd video, and I need to get it done, and I don't want to do another mirror board. So this is my excuse for doing a yap session. I don't know if this is useful. I rambled a lot. I could probably cut half this out and be a more poignant and concise video. But fuck you. Watch the whole thing, and if you want to book a call with me, I love you, not fuck you. And you want to see how I view YouTube at a fundamental level, hey, hit me up in the DMs. And if you don't, you find this useful, go for it. But make your own communities. Some guy in my comment section, go out and make a fucking community, and everyone else that watches this video, join that fucking dude's community and keep it active for more than a week. I know, it's the fucking hard part. If you keep it active for more than a week, you will make so much money. And then you'd be like, oh my God, Vexian cured my brokenness. Oh my God, Vexian got me all these plaques. So yeah, food for thought. See you guys later. Peace. I need to go to bed now.